hard to please. I'm never happy, it seems. But you put my heart at ease when it's crashing like the seas. I know I'm hard to release. But baby, if it were easy, you know that we would be miserable. And maybe I'm completely crazy, but so are you for loving me so long. And baby, if it were easy, baby, if it were easy, it wouldn't be no fun. I know I'm hard to read. It's like I'm missing pages in me. You think you know the next line, then I change my mind. I know I'm hard to read. I know I'm hard to get to know. I wish I could all go along, but I barely know myself, babe. We'll do it together day by day. I know I'm hard to get to know. But baby, if it were easy, you know that we would be miserable. And maybe I'm completely crazy, but so are you for loving me so long. And baby, if it were easy, baby, if it were easy, it wouldn't be no fun. Ooh, something about me and you that makes it work like we do. So unpredictable. Nothing like what we got. Girl, you know you never want something so typical. See, you know that we would be miserable. And maybe I'm completely crazy, but so are you for loving me so long. Baby, if it were easy, you know that we would be miserable. And maybe I'm completely crazy, but so are you for loving me so long. And baby, if it were easy, 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 it wouldn't be no fun.
Something about the way it goes on, I don't ever wanna let go. Something about the way it goes on, I don't ever wanna let go. Something about the way it goes on, I don't ever wanna let go. I'm gone, something about the way it goes on, I'm gone, I don't ever wanna let go. I'm gone, something about the way it goes on, I'm gone,
Am I a manic depressant? How come I'm overly stressing? Feel like my mind is congested with shit I don't wanna mention. Is this the tension? Am I suspended from happiness? Am I the joke that they laughing at? I'm not a joke, why you laughing at me? I lose control and I'm super violent. My vehicle is going side to side. I'm over speeding, I'm over driving. I'm so thinking about suicide. Who am I to be? Who am I? I'm no Bruce Wayne, I'm no super guy. Just Clark Kent in a suit and tie, and I can't fly. Who the fuck am I? I guess it's only in my thoughts. Maybe I'm tripping, overthinking. It's cause I'm sipping and overdrinking. It's when these people know that I'm sinking. No, I'm exhaling all of my problems, then I'm inhaling all of these bottles. And goddamn, I'm missing my father, and I don't get to talk to my mom. How come I'm so stressed? How come a nigga fall on his face like this? Just like this. Why I'm so mad? Why I'm in the lab with a pen and a pad, and I feel like I just can't get it back. What they took from me, everything they took from me. Look at how they look at me. Look at how I look at me.
drown all my problems in this bottle full of pain. Pour it down my frame like I am not ashamed. I know I'm not insane, but I tend to lose my brain. I tend to lose myself in the pool full of you. I drown, I'm drowning. I drown, I'm drowning. I drown, I'm drowning. I'm drowning now.
My demons play well with follow your angels. They used to call me square, but you fell in love with my angles. And we was tight and never really had to have the bigger circle. I submerged myself into you and promised I never hurt you. I fiend for you, but it seems to me you never fiend for me. I dream of you, but dreams are never what they seem to be. I promised you that I always walk with you through the wilderness. The truth is sweet, but you allow me to swallow your bitterness. And that was hurtful, cause we were flowers that were never nurtured. So we watered ourselves and love is what grew above the surface. But I think we lost our purpose, thought we were so picture perfect. She said love is way too perfect, told me this was never working. She convinced herself that this was too good to be true. And she said you never loved me, cause you never loved you. I thought you would never leave and now I'm frowning. You said you couldn't breathe, but yet I'm the one who's drowning.
Drown all my problems in this bottle full of pain. Pour it down my frame like I am not ashamed. I know I'm not insane, but I tend to lose my brain. I tend to lose myself in the pool full of you. I drown, I'm drowning. I drown, I'm drowning. I drown, I'm drowning. I'm drowning now.
Just one looking at you, open up my eyes, and I'll stay with you forever all the time. And I'm stepping out to leave it all behind. I'm confident your love will be my side. Just one looking at you, open up my eyes, and I'll stay with you forever all the time. And I'm stepping out to leave it all behind. I'm confident your love will be my side.
Hold out your hand, yeah. Every day you're with me when I think I can't stand, yeah. You got big things coming, part of your plan, yeah. Step up in your love, I say you're the one I want. The love that you were giving is salvation. You will keep me moving if I'm patient. I just wanna get right to the rest. You love me so I could not be complacent. Not afraid of the battles I've been facing. Nothing that you do is ever wasted. And you got the fire like I'm blazing. Cause I'm just tryna copy when I'm piston.
Just one looking at you, open up my eyes, and I'll stay with you forever all the time. And I'm stepping out to leave it all behind. I'm confident your love will be my side. Just one looking at you, open up my eyes, and I'll stay with you forever all the time. And I'm stepping out to leave it all behind. I'm confident your love will be my side.
Big mountain, what do I say? Them can never love you my way. You go low, then you go high. You go near, then you go far. You go going around, but you're falling down and down and down. You just wanna go the distance. Promise you I'm what you're missing. Promise you my life, promise you my time, promise you no lie, yeah. Carry go, I'm on me more to carry low, oh yeah. Oh da 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 da, oh da 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 da.
Just one looking at you, open up my eyes, and I'll stay with you forever all the time. And I'm stepping out to leave it all behind. I'm confident your love will be my side. Just one looking at you, open up my eyes, and I'll stay with you forever all the time. And I'm stepping out to leave it all behind. I'm confident your love will be my side.
But sana nakupenda, roho yangu umeguza. Mungu nisho kama huyu ni mke wangu. Sana nakupenda, roho yangu umeguza, roho yangu umeguza.
Hold my hand and never let go, never let go. Hold my hand and save your soul, save your soul. Don't let the sun go down, don't let the sun go down, don't let the sun go down on our love. Inside and out, upside and down, head in a maze, heart on the ground, on the ground. I was angry before, but I circled the drain in my mind. I can't find love, never let me go, never let me go, no, never let me go. Love can never let me go, never let me go. Love, never let me go, never let
chasing rainbows, near or far, I'll color your world. Ooh. Someday I will find you, shooting star. You belong in my hand, in my hand. Would I be the same without you, without you? The sky won't ever change without you, without.
Wow. Hello everyone! Welcome to Show and Tell Live. Did you miss me? Because I'm back! You don't get a choice. Here I am. For those of you who are already hanging out, thanks for being here. What is Show and Tell Live? It's a weekly comedy improv stream. What that means, we're still figuring it out, so thanks for being here. But can't do it alone, so let's introduce our cast. First up, the man with the mission, and that mission's from God, Alex! Peace be with you! Satan has a child, and his name is Max! He's starting a movement of his own, and hopefully it's not one of the pals, Steve! And of course, our extra special guest for the night, a man who is religion unto himself. Peace be with you, it's Edric!
Peace be with you.
Peace be with you. Peace be with you. Edric, thanks for being on the stream.
Yeah, no problem. Happy to be here.
I'm so glad to have another tall person.
Really bringing that average up. All right, well, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into a fun game. First game we're going to play is called Try That On for Size. For those who've been around, you know it. For those of you who haven't, the way this game works is someone's going to do a physical position, and then that person will have to mimic it until eventually they run out of fun ideas for what that could possibly be. Let's go ahead and start with Steve and Max, and we'll come over here. Yes. All right, Steve, your first suggestion is water tower.
I'm graffitiing the water tower. Try that on for size.
I'm scanning a map for where I'm supposed to go. Try that on for size.
I'm feeling a brick for the loose thing that I can press and reveal the hidden doors. Try that on for size.
I'm playing the craziest guitar you've ever seen. Try that on for size.
I'm petting a snake on the wall. Try that on for size.
All right, your suggestion is platypus.
I'm patting down the dam with my tail. Try that on for size.
I'm fanning my back because it's so hot out. Try that on for size.
I'm doing a mating dance. Try that on for size.
I'm carrying boxes the best way I know how. Try that on for size.
Is this twerking? Try that on for size.
Ooh, I ate spicy peppers and now it's the day after. Try that on for size.
Oh no!
Get in there, Edric.
I'm in.
Your word is space cadet.
I'm walking on the moon. Try that on for size.
Trampoline jungle gym. Try that on for size.
I'm hopscotching. Try that on for size.
Oh, the floor is lava. Try that on for size.
Ooh, these shoes are too big and I can't walk right. Try that on for size.
Oh no!
Your word is foam.
I'm getting ready to shave. Try that on for size.
I'm checking my face for insects. Try that on for size.
I'm trying to wake up. Try that on for size.
I'm trying to wake down.
Everybody knows that this is waking down.
Yo, let's wake down!
Your word is signpost.
Okay. I'm blending into my surroundings. Try that on for size.
This is the tree post. Try that on for size.
I'm doing one of those Eiffel Tower pictures. Try that on for size.
Clap. Try that on for size.
Oh, I got the mosquito. Try that on for size.
Praise to the sun, for it brings warmth and delicacies to us all. Try that on for size.
Yep, I can't argue with that. And final round. So your final word is Pinocchio.
Pinocchio. I'm telling lies. Try that on for size.
Try that on for size.
I have one of those sticky hand thingies that you in the arcade. Try that on for size.
Captain, I believe land's a hoe. Try that on for size.
She's not a hoe. She's a respectable woman.
Good times, good times. Hey everyone, good to see you, good to see you. Thanks for being here with us. Well, you know, what a day in the life it's all been for everyone, I'm sure. How are your lives?
Well, it's been a day.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that.
I sharpied a pumpkin into R2D2 today.
Oh. The actual R2D2?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Working lights and all? Or?
Yes. With just a Sharpie and a pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
So you went a long, long time ago. My day was good. Thanks for asking, Tom.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah. Edric?
Oh, yes. My day was great today. Thank you very much.
What made today great as opposed to good like the rest of us?
Oh, yes. So it's a cliche, but today was Friday, and I work a 9-to-5 job every day.
There
very
you go.
sensible. Yes.
That makes it greater.
IF, as it were.
That's right. To give.
I really want to be one of those people who can just start fun office culture things. You know, how people are like, case of the Mondays. Like, I want to be the person who invents new ones.
That's hard.
You mean
That's
Hallmark?
really hard.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to be in the right office. Like you have to be in like a really popular corporate office, but it's one of those ones that a lot of people like start off in as like entry-level jobs and then move on to other businesses so that they spread your new office banter around to
That's a
other
good point.
places.
The kind of offices that are like, they want to be so fun, they tell you you're not allowed to wear like official like dress clothing, but you still can't wear flip-flops.
Right.
Like that.
The one where like casual Friday is enforced.
Exactly.
You were going to have fun and you were going to like it.
I had an interview with a guy in shorts once. Like he was interviewing me and he was wearing like shorts and a polo and I was in a suit because I had no idea what to expect. So
It's always so awkward when you get there and they're like, "Oh, you didn't have to do that." And it's like, "Come on,
who was going to tell me?
you have to do that."
Right. For my first internship, I worked at a t-shirt company, which is where I got this fun Pokemon t-shirt. But I went to the interview in full suit for this t-shirt company, and I walked in the door, and it was the two people who would go on to be my managers just laughed at me for a solid 5 minutes. And that was how, and then they're like, I'm sorry, we just didn't think anyone was going to come in a suit. And then you got the job. And then I got the job. So, well, I only got the job because, this is a true story, I only got the job because one of the guys was wearing a shirt that had all 150 Pokemon on it, the original 150. And I said, oh, I could probably name all of them. I'm a huge Pokemon fan. And he said, prove it. And I got like 20 in, and he was like, I've heard enough. Because it turns out that we sold a lot of bootleg Pokemon t-shirts. And being able to sort inventory, all the other interns couldn't do it. Yeah. Because he'd be like, hand me one of them Nidokings. And then hand him like a Clefairy. And they'd be like, what are you, an idiot? So I could just be like, so when it was my turn to interview future interns, I had a segment called Pop Quiz where I would take up Pokemon cards and go, who is this? And the people who got hired were the people who got the most right. So,
Can you imagine such a job where you get it for the sole fact that you can name the first 151
Also,
Pokemon?
even worse, can you imagine showing up to an interview in a suit And then the thing that determines whether you get hired or not is they do flashcards of Pokemon cards asking you what the name is.
Flashcards, which are just the playing cards. Oh man, if you don't know Pokemon, you're done.
Oh my god. My Geodude, that's the one that kills most people. Like,
What?
do Geodude.
What?
These posters.
It's in the name. It's a rock dude.
They really need to revitalize college workshops that try and get you ready for interviews because no one's ready for that.
Yeah, no one's ready.
I remember one of my first interviews that I did. I said that I did improv, and the one guy was like determined on trying to get me to fuck up throughout the entire interview. Like, it was his mission. He was like, I'm gonna catch this guy off guard. And so they were like, the one lady who was like leading the interview was like, all right, so tell us 3 adjectives that best describe you. And I'm like about to start, and the guy goes, wait, you do improv, so you get to do 7. And I'm like, all right, 7 reasons. And I just played that in my head. And I think that's the reason I got the job. I don't know. Maybe it's because I sent him my show.
No,
No, it wasn't because of that. It's because nobody else wanted the job.
All right. I love sad prom too. Chat, we're gonna go ahead and play another game, but we're gonna need your lovely suggestions to do that. So go ahead and give us a job that you interviewed for that you think is unique. That's all.
Interesting.
Whatever your unique job is, that's the one we'll do a scene about. We're gonna play a game called Understudy, and this is for all 4 players. Anyone want to volunteer to start?
Yeah, definitely.
All right,
It's the two of
You
us.
two are closest to the stage.
Sounds good. So the way this game works is we're going to have 2 people performing a scene. At a certain point in time, I will yell understudy, and their designated performers on the side will jump in and replace them. Now it's their job to heighten an aspect of the performance. And I'll yell understudy again, and it'll continue to heighten that one thing over and over again until we end up in some wacky shenanigans. And that's pretty much all you need to know about this game. Let's go ahead and take a look over here. Ooh, wow. Ooh, I like that
Dom's
one.
intern.
You can't be my intern. No, but we're gonna do glass blower, because I just really love glass blowing, and it doesn't get enough media representation. That's all I have to say. Your scene is glass blower.
Oh wow, that looks really difficult.
Yeah.
Is it hard to concentrate?
Yeah.
How do you do that? What's the best good technique? Do you try to do it in one breath?
Oh, okay. All right. I just need to let you know.
Oh man, are you gonna mess up?
Yeah, it's already messed up.
It's already
I
messed
don't know
up.
if you've noticed, but it's already messed up.
I
It's
mean,
like
it
it's
kind of looks like
outlined.
it starts messed up. It's melting glass. It kind of always looks messed up.
Right, but after doing this for so many years, you kind of get an eye for it. And so when it's perfectly cylindrical, that's when
Look,
it's.
I have a meeting at like 2:30, so I kind of need this to
You
speed
signed up for this class. You paid
Understudy.
money for it.
Yeah.
Look, you can't rush perfection, all right? I have to do my job, and you have to sit there and wait for it.
Yeah, I can rush perfection because my boss is going to be really mad if I miss this meeting, okay?
Well, I'm going to be really mad if you rush me. And guess what? I'm the dude with the molten glass.
Okay, well, I think I'm going to need to talk to your manager real soon.
Understudy.
Did I mention my boss was Mark Zuckerberg? Yeah, that's from Facebook, all right.
I'm gonna have to make a sacrifice to make this work.
I'm meeting him at home, and you're going to sacrifice your job if you don't hurry this up, because I can't stand to miss a meeting with Mark Zuckerberg.
Understudy.
Yeah, I call him Mark because we're on a first name basis because he's my boss and we're good friends. So I'm going to tell him that you're going to go under because is that glass on
My
your
skin
hand?
is gone. It's all replaced by glass.
I will tear you and your business to the ground if you don't make this glass balloon figure.
The glass is ready.
We have control over the entire
Understudy.
I can't
And I'm going to sell my information for my own personal gain.
Understudy.
We control your data! We control your data!
That's how a Facebook worker dies.
We control your data!
That's how they all go down. Oh, wow. I'm just working on a quick update to our merch board. I was already inspired.
All right.
So, I'm going in for it.
Oh, man.
Tell me where that scene came from, Edric. What inspired you about that scene?
Well, I really channeled what I do every day for work into that scene. I work in engineering, and when you're in engineering, you can't really say or do a lot. You know, you just kind of have to stick to the status quo and, like, you know, do what your boss tells you. And so I was like, you know what would be a good way to channel all this energy from engineering? And I was like, oh, maybe in like a scene about making sacrifices for work and having kind of overtake your life. And then eventually...
If you were wondering what I was inspired by from that scene is I'm really pretentious, so that's what I wanted to have.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I understand.
You said stick to the status quo, and that made me think of the High School Musical song, which then in my head I started singing, stick to the glass you know.
That's phenomenal. I just really think it's a really power move shirt. Some of that big energy. I'm the guy with the molten glass! Real keeper, in my opinion. Yeah. Good stuff. That game, never fails.
Better by far if you cover your arm, just stick to the glass.
I was in that show.
Oh, really? I was not.
I played the coach. I was the youngest person in the cast.
Oh, we talked about this.
Yeah.
Have you talked about it on stream?
Probably not. We're probably.
Wait, in high school you did the show?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes.
See, it's a very fitting show, except for that there are also adults, so that makes it very unfit.
Well, that's kind of the beautiful thing that I really think musical theater does so backwards, is that if you ever go see a show that, like a normal musical theater show, it doesn't matter what it is, there's always usually a kid or two and an adult. So if you go see a community show, you get this real fun, awkward thing where it's a bunch of kids trying to be adults. But Broadway's no better because it's a bunch of adults trying to be kids. So it's this whole thing where it's like the only people who are ever actually in the right place are people that are in their like 50s or 60s who play the older characters, because that's timeless. Doesn't matter where you go for that.
Or the high schoolers in High School Musical.
I remember,
not the movie. They were way out of place.
Way back when me and my dad saw A Christmas Story on Broadway, and they were all like age ready, like
age appropriate
actors. So there was just like a whole ensemble, like 20 kids who are all so much better than me. And I was like, what am I doing?
How old were you at this time?
This was probably 5 years ago. This is not that long ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like there are certain shows that you can't really like fake it and kind of force them to get the right, like appropriately aged people. Because I saw School of Rock.
Yeah, I imagine that would be difficult.
You can't get people that are too young to be like the teachers, and you can't get people that are too old to be the kids, because that's like the whole point of it. So like if they were older, it would completely like ruin the illusion of the show altogether. So that worked out.
We did School of Rock in my high school.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I was a teacher.
Well,
oh really?
I feel like you have a lot of vibrato.
Vibrato?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I had a broken arm, too. They still let me perform. I just had a cast on stage. I kind of shimmied during the dance numbers. And I didn't have to sing or anything, but it was a good time. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Nice.
When I did High School Musical, I was also the coach. I was the youngest of the cast parts. The ensemble was younger than me, but we did it in a week. That is Monday cast, Saturday you perform. And it was in this big hot gymnasium from this Catholic school that like let us use the building because it was summer. And so there was no air conditioning. And the night before opening, Troy Bolton, the lead of the show, lost his voice.
Oh, classic.
So you had to play both parts.
No.
You had to yell at him as the dad. Son! Whistle on myself.
Oh my god. And the electricity went out opening night, so we didn't have mics for Troy. So he was just on stage like...
Oh, so they made him still go on.
The show must go on. Literally. Let's play another game. What are we going to play? Great, let's do that one. We are gonna play.
Oh wait, let's get a suggestion. Name something like an object that you don't know the actual name of, but you can like describe it. So like for example, before the show today, we were talking about that thing in shoe stores that measure your feet. We don't know what the actual name of that is, but we all know what we're talking about. So start throwing some of those into chat.
That's true, those shoe store skis.
Shoe store skis, yes.
Yeah, just describe whatever it is wrong, and then we'll figure it out from there. Yeah, and we'll go ahead, we'll play Double Blind Freeze, a game for
All right.
So you guys can go ahead and jump up there. The way this game works is we're going to use your words that are indescribable. Pick one of those, and then you're going to start doing a two-person scene about it. At a certain point in time, I will yell, freeze! In which case, the two people who are not watching the scene and have no idea what they're getting into will turn around and jump in and create a completely new scene based on the physical positions of the last scene. And I'll just keep yelling freeze until I stop finding it funny. And that's pretty much how the game works. So let's go ahead and pan over to our fun dancing duo over here in monochromatic shirt colors.
And equal height.
Yes!
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, I like Snorgles.
Why? We have to have an actual suggestion.
That's Vestigial Gorgon. They said that they changed their name.
Vestigial. I'm gonna keep calling you Vestigial then.
Oh, I thought you were saying the object.
No! Classic Snorgles. No. Those round disc things in Poser's ears.
Oh, wow. What you're talking about.
Wow. We all know what you're talking about, but let's see the classic scene of those round disc things you all put in ears.
Just gotta get this stuff back on the shelves. People are a mess when they come in here. They just take clothes out and freaking wear them and drop them on the ground. They don't even fold them back up.
Right. Well, I you know, when I help them, like, you know, in the changing rooms and stuff like that, sometimes I just kind of grab some and throw them, and so some of this mess is probably kind of mine, and I'm sorry.
Oh, hey, I just noticed. Did you get a piercing?
Oh, well, you know, I thought my nose looked a little boring.
Freeze!
Money, please. Can I please get some money?
Is this a large amount of whipped cream?
Yes! I keep whipped cream in a jar.
It's very delicious.
Freeze!
What are you doing? You have to eat the peaches first.
Oh!
You can't just drink all of that.
Oh, no!
You're gonna ruin the experience.
Oh, man! Oh, everything's twisty and turny!
Quick, eat a peach! Eat a peach!
Freeze!
Yeah, what do they say?
They're saying
Put me on the phone.
the robbery's gonna be at midnight.
No, I
They're
want to
gonna
talk.
no.
Just let me fill your cavity. Okay, come on. It's not hard. Yeah. It won't hurt that bad. Come on.
Okay. I'm ready. All right.
Freeze!
I'll never let you win.
No, I am the all-star wrestler. We all know this.
No, the gods favor me.
Oh, do they? Sparta will be mine.
All right.
Okay, ready?
So
Okay.
for this exercise, you're gonna
Wait,
want to
what?
squat at a 90-degree angle.
I thought we were doing.
Oh no.
Let me lift you, I'm sure.
Okay. Ready? Yep.
Savannah! I fucking quit. I'm not gonna make it.
Freeze!
But I can't
Just
go
die! Just
I
die!
can't go much further, but please don't leave
Yeah,
me.
just die!
Come on, please don't leave.
Caesar, this was supposed to be quick!
Brute!
See! Oh, You know, I was gonna commend you for being the one time we played the game where it didn't end up on the floor. But last scene we got there.
Look, when you get stabbed and you're Julius Caesar,
You're gonna end up on the floor.
My favorite quote from that was "Ma suing." Oh, fuck it. Truly inspirational.
You did a full, like, what's it called? Lift on me, though.
Deadlift,
That was pretty good. Yeah, deadlift.
Yeah, I think it was a deadlift.
Yeah. And I was playing dead,
felt
so
it. Yeah.
I couldn't.
What do you bench? I go 4.5 Alex. I don't like to brag.
you go to the gym and those like large circular weights just have Alex's face on them. Be like, can you get me one Alex and one Edric, one Max?
The lighter ones are me with like a happy face, and the heavier they get, the angrier I get.
It's just the pain chart in doctor's offices. Like, 1 to 10.
So you see a dude at the gym squatting, like, and on his weights, you just see my face, like. It's like, whoa, that guy's not to be messed with.
I want to see the infomercial for these weights because they're definitely a set you can buy
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah,
online
absolutely.
for 4 easy payments of $19.99.
Oh yeah.
For those of you just tuning in, thanks for being here. If you're as confused as I am all the time in my daily life, don't worry. We're here to answer those problems.
No.
This is Show and Tell Live, a weekly comedy improv stream. We're joined with our guest, Edric, today. Edric, tell me about your new book that you've just written.
Okay, well, recently I wrote this book. It's pretty freaking good if you ask me.
Does it have a name?
Yeah, it's called The Wonderful Adventures of Whim.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the main character's kind of me, but like projected onto a more handsome, stronger person that I want to be.
An author insert character, yes.
Oh, is that what they're called?
That is what they're called.
Oh, wow.
Mary Sue? Is that the term?
Yeah.
Different term, but also sounds applicable to
Pretty
Edric's
much,
character.
yeah, probably.
Yeah. Mary Sue. Yeah, and so this character goes on like this quest, pretty much. A wonderful adventure, if you will. And a few of them throughout the book. It usually ends up with him doing like normal mundane things. Funny enough, it's like the first adventure is him like finding a job and then like getting paid for it.
Wacky.
Second adventure is him joining a gym.
See, this
And
is
he just,
actually
like-
my primary problem with this book.
Huh.
The author has pretty heavy-handed wordplay. The Adventures of Whim, and they go on whimsical journeys. It's just not me. Hey, I'm not trying to down your book, but it's just not for me.
Okay, I get it. I understand. And you brought that comment up multiple times, Max. I appreciate you and your criticism.
I just want to help you with your art.
Yeah, I understand. You want to kind of micromanage what I do as an artist and
yeah.
make sure that it turns out the certain way that you want.
Yeah,
And
I just am afraid that, don't even try it, that
Well, this bit is getting out of hand. All
Kill
right.
the fly. I just want to kill the fly.
Thanks for that bit. Appreciate it. Playing along. Glad to have you. Yeah, Ice Ice Daddy. Hey, thanks for seeing it. I don't think I've seen your name in the comments before, so glad to have you. Everyone else, glad to have you as well. Reality TV improv. That's what
Pretty
basically
much.
what it is.
More or less. Yeah.
yeah.
More or less.
Oh, they were saying that's what that bit was.
Yeah.
Oh, I completely agree with that. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. I guess on a real note, I did join the gym recently.
Oh,
I guess
yeah.
I wanted to insert that into this. I would like everybody at home to know that
Edric
I did
does
join
work
the gym.
out.
Yes, just Wednesday. I haven't gone yet, but I've joined. I paid
Did
the
you
money.
join online or?
No. I went to the branch.
And then just didn't work out.
Yeah, in fact, I went to the branch, I had the tour, and the person greeted me and said, "Hey, welcome to Blink. We'd like it if you shut up as much as you blink." And then did this.
Did they really?
No
Yes.
way.
They turned to the invisible camera and
way.
also
See,
just like
this is
kind of
actually-
like a crudden like scroll past.
This is actually my primary issue, is the heavy-handed wordplay.
You can stop.
Okay, I will just say that pun alone, that gym is not allowed to carry my weights. Not allowed to have my weights in. No, I disallow it.
They're banned.
I agree. I was a little turned off by it, but I ended up taking the tour, and then when they asked me, "Do you want to join?" and everybody that was looking at me, they were like, "Do you want to join, sir? Welcome to the family. Welcome." I was like, "No, I'm skeptical. I'll think about it." And then I left. And immediately 5 minutes later, I came back and I joined. What kind of fuckery is that?
And they publicly proposed to you. You can't say no if you're in the middle of the arena and 10,000 people are watching.
I know.
Do you want to join my gym?
Okay, all I'm saying is the ones where they say yes don't end up in compilation videos online. So
That's true.
Do you just watch people get rejected online? Like that's a real window into Alex's soul right there for anyone watching.
I just want to not be alone.
I just want to know what happens to other people.
Wait, they have compilation videos of people getting rejected?
Oh, there's compilation videos
I've
of
never seen one of
anything that
those.
makes you feel bad to be a human being.
I'm glad I haven't found it yet.
The best.
That's an amazing sentence.
The best I've found is compilations of clips people took from Minecon, the Minecraft convention, which is primarily like kids, but it gets real weird when there's like that one like really older guy like going to ask the panelists like, so in your modding experience, what do you I have a line that I want to say, but I can't say it because I genuinely think it's too rude for the stream.
Wow.
And the dude just walks up and asks the panelists that, and they're like, no, go away. You've lost your question privileges.
That's fair.
What's up? My name's Gregory, and I play Minecraft sex mods.
It's close. You have to drop your ridiculous username, so everyone in the audience knows.
Yeah.
What's up? My name's Gregory. I'm Big Boobs with a Z. 69420. Blaze it, my dude. All lowercase.
My username is Greg, but the EG at the end is capitalized, and there's also an extra G, so it says egg.
My name's Greg, but it's spelled G-off.
On that note, we should play.
And we should play a game. Yeah, insulting Minecraft on Twitch. Bold move. See how it plays out.
Minecraft is a YouTube thing.
We've talked about playing Minecraft on this stream before.
Yeah, watch our Minecraft.
Check this out.
All right,
We're animators.
another game. We're gonna play Objection.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, who's the time god since
Steve, would you like
stands
to
out?
be time god?
I will be the time god.
Give me time, God.
We're gonna play Objection. So the way this game works, favorite here at Show and Tell Live, is we're gonna have an expert. But they're gonna need to be an expert on a topic of your choice. So write whatever topic you want them to talk about in the chat, and we're gonna go ahead and pull that for our game of Objection here. What's gonna happen is we're gonna use your topic as a starting point, and that person will talk about the topic or the height of their knowledge, which is of course everything, because they're the ultimate expert. Unless they get challenged by one of our other experts who yell objection, in which case they'll have to plead their case. Last person standing after 2 minutes is the supreme knowledge lord of the entire universe. And that's just the way the news goes. Let's take a look over here at these big brain buddies ourselves.
All right, we got 2 minutes on the clock.
2 minutes. Uh-huh. Yes, of course. Something that all three of these individuals know about. The suggestion is being a housewife, but this is a learning moment. The proper term is domestic engineering. So please explain domestic engineering to me, Alex.
Ready and go.
Well, as you know, there are many focuses of engineering. There is chemical, there is structural, and there is domestic. Many people think that domestic engineering is in fact building houses, but it couldn't be further from the truth. It's building homes. You see, domestic engineering is all about bringing people together in a structured manner and really finding that family unit. That is the unit of measurement, by the way, family units.
Objection?
Yes.
I find that the field is moves more in a more positive direction if you move away from home unit to home non-Euclidean units.
You're right. We live in a Euclidean geometry, but what if we didn't, Max? Tell us more. Go.
So basically, Euclidean geometry is boring geometry. It's the stuff you learned in school, it's the stuff you don't want to know. Non-Euclidean geometry is stuff that you learn when you do microacid trips. Non-Euclidean
Objection.
geometry...
Yes.
You could also learn non-Euclidean geometry in large acid trips.
You're right, Alex. Get on up there. All right, we've got 1:18 on the clock, and go.
Acid is perfect for geometry. It shows you all kinds of interesting shapes that you may have never...
Objection!
Edric.
When you're tripping on acid, things are less shapes and more blurs.
You're right, Edric. Get on in there.
So when you're on an acid trip, it's an adventure through a lifetime. Sometimes you think, oh, I'm back at home, back with my family and my friends. And then sometimes you're thinking, where did this hellhole come from? And you look up into the skies and you see blurs and blurs.
Objection.
Yes.
The sky is only blurry when you're sober.
You're right, Alex. Get on up there.
Dang it.
We've got 58 seconds left on the clock, and go.
The blue sky is just a smudgy blur up in the air that...
Objection?
Yes, Max.
I don't like to think that an expert in the subject has to use hand quotes.
I don't like to think either, Max. Come explain it to me. Go.
Being incredibly knowledgeable about the topic of sky, I would never resort to such air quotes.
Objection! He used air quotes!
He did, in fact, use air quotes.
He's a hypocrite!
Get in here.
So, as an expert on not only air quotes, but also the sky, I know that we never use our hands when we speak. It is something that's primal and...
Objection!
Yes, Alex.
The Italian Renaissance was a pivotal moment in human society and science, and Italians speak with their hands a lot.
I just want to clarify, did you say pivotal or pitiful?
But a little bit both.
Okay, get on up there.
Curses!
And we've got 34 seconds left on the clock. Go.
The age of the Renaissance was the pitifulest of times and the pivotalist of times.
Objection!
Yes, Max.
I would like Alex to name the two cities that sentence comes from.
All right, Alex, can you do that?
The tail and the heads of two cities.
All right, he did it, Max. He proved you wrong. We've got 26 seconds left on the clock, and go.
So as you know, the Italian Renaissance produced a lot of wonderful artworks.
Objections!
Yes.
They sucked!
You are right.
I hate the Renaissance era art. I think everyone's, I don't know, they're all drawn weirdly, their forms are blocky.
Objection!
Yes.
They're not drawn weirdly, they're drawn the most accurate they've ever been drawn, and people are the weird ones.
You're right, Alex. Get on in there. We've got 16 seconds left, and go.
Objection!
Yes, Max.
They've been drawn the most accurately so far in that time. We've drawn them more accurately since then.
Well, explain to me why that is, Max. No, come on. Yeah, sorry. All right, you've got 15 seconds. Go.
With computer
Objection!
Yes, Alex.
Computers don't draw, they generate images. The Renaissance was the best they've ever been drawn.
Correct, Alex. Get on up there. We've got 13 seconds, and go.
The Renaissance didn't have computers.
Objection!
Yes.
They did when we traveled in time in the future.
That doesn't make sense. Why would we go to the future to go to the Renaissance? Alex, you get to stay in. We've got 11 seconds. Go.
The closest thing that they ever came to a computer was Da Vinci's tank. That was nothing like a computer whatsoever, but it was pretty damn cool. It was this tank.
Objection!
Oh. Yes, what is your objection?
Tanks were actually invented in World War I.
That's just factually
That's just incorrect. Da Vinci made the first tank, Max. We've got 1 second left, and go. Edric.
His shirt is blue! They didn't have that color back then. How does he know?
This is turquoise.
Oh, fuck.
Edric is right. Turquoise is a shade of blue.
Yes! I am the true expert.
All right, we still have 1 second. It's probably less than 1 second, but my timer doesn't go that low. All right, ready, and go!
Objection!
Yes, Alex.
His shirt is bluer! Oh!
You're right. Max, get in here.
No! Get out of here!
No!
That's
too pretty!
Ready, and go!
The red shirts somehow win the day.
I didn't die.
I didn't realize you were my ally until too late.
Oh, wow.
Objection, the game of brother versus brother.
I just want to say that one of you objected after the 1 second mark, and I saw my timer hit 0 and I hit pause, and it went back to 1 second because the clock face is not programmed to deal with microseconds like that.
So the timer wanted us to continue.
Well, it wasn't over because there was still microseconds.
The timer made the decision for you.
It didn't add a second, but it was funny that it just it went to 0, then back to 1. I think it would have been better if it just paused on 0.
A lot of people saying your shirt's green, Alec. It might have been because I was.
It's the lighting.
Green.
Wait, turn on the white lights. Turn on the white lights.
Of course, it's a color check.
Can you zoom in on this? Is this zoomable?
I feel like this is very important.
This is turquoise. This is.
Chat,
I promise.
give us the vote. Yes or no? Green, turquoise?
Yeah, there it looks real blue.
It does look like blue in there.
Blue?
I mean, the white light is pretty blue also. You know
What do you guys think? You that are in person.
Yeah, in person,
What do you believe?
Looks blue to me.
It's solidly turquoise.
It's a turquoise.
Yeah, it's
a
You're
dark,
just gonna have to take our word for
dark
it.
teal? Like dark teal, is that a color?
I suppose.
It's dark teal to
I
me.
mean, theoretically, color is a spectrum, so all colors are a color if you can.
That's a great point. Wow, I've never been so inspired.
But darkness isn't really part of the chromatic
It's an
scale.
adjustment, though. Saturation.
Yeah, it's saturation. I would say this is very saturated.
Alex, what's your fun stamp on your arm?
Oh yeah, it's.
Whoa! How did that get there?
Come have a seat, Alex.
Well,
Explain this mystery to us.
So, this is what's left, I guess, of me doing this somehow. Maybe when so I crossed my arms like this. So I had a stamp on here, but I washed it off because I'm a professional and I didn't want to bring it up during the show. But here we are. So I went axe throwing earlier today, and this was the stamp.
Legally or just for fun?
Well, it started legal. No, but yeah, this was the stamp to get in, and apparently it rubbed off when I was being a cool guy.
Alex, was this axe throwing BYOB as the kids are known to say?
It actually was not.
Oh,
They had a bar in house.
Good. I was going to be bar in house. So you did partake in
libations. I would
As
say
we all know,
more than-
prohibition is in effect in this timeline.
This is my house, and I deem this studio a speakeasy. And I realize it's kind of counterintuitive to make a speakeasy on a live internet show.
The password is just, we're here, come on in.
Come on in.
I feel like the one thing that this stream is really missing is more audience interaction.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
I
so
agree.
in order to do that, we're going to play the highest audience interaction game we have, which is 7 Reasons.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. So chat, what we're going to need from you is every opinion your heart has ever wanted to type into a chat box. Basically, if you've got something you think you want these people to prove, they're going to have to give 7 reasons why whatever you come up with is exactly the thing you said. Examples we like to use. Guys, what are some examples we've used in the past?
Why the Teletubbies could beat the Power Rangers or vice versa?
That's a classic.
Reasons Frosted Flakes are better than any other breakfast cereal. It was something like that.
Oh, reasons why charter schools should be in castles?
Yeah.
I think,
that was a good one.
I think there was one that's like, why are all cactuses following you?
Yeah. All good suggestions. So now it's up to you, and you can just keep spamming them, even when they're talking. Just keep giving us those fun, hip suggestions, and I'm gonna stop pointing aggressively, like Uncle Sam wants you to join the military. So yeah, let's pan over here. It looks like we've already got a good one. All right, Steve, please give me 7 reasons why becoming my intern specifically is the biggest scam to date.
Everybody knows that Dom is a lawful evil character, so joining him is just sending you directly to hell. 1. He has plenty of schemes, many of which I'm assuming could use live bait. 2. He has a plan for the zombie apocalypse, and that involves him being in a cage, which I don't trust his preparedness to know that we're gonna lock him in a cage when he's in the zombie apocalypse. 3. Dom one of his master plans is to become the vice president, and he's sketchy. 4. Dom thinks on wavelengths beyond mere mortals that we have yet to comprehend, and I'm scared. 5. I'm starting to convince myself that Dom is just an eldritch being that has made their way onto this plane and inhabited a host body. 6. 7! That's 7 reasons!
In other news, I'm going to stop communicating my future plans to Steve.
Yeah, apparently Steve is just gonna fucking blab all of our plans away.
Our plans?
You don't know what we're involved in those plans.
Oh, okay. Alex, please give me 7 reasons. I haven't read it because it's very long, but hopefully it ends well.
Oh, boy.
Why cows should have the same rights as human beings and also should learn the English language.
Both of those things.
Both of those things.
Because all living things deserve to learn English. 1. Because their spots make them really cool, and we need more cool people in the world. 2. Because wouldn't you vote for someone who had horns and could give you free milk? 3. Because it would behoove you to make them people. 4. Because cows have like really giant tongues, so they would be really good at using it to speak English. 5. Moo is a part of a lot of English words like move and movie and so I think it would be easy for them to learn English. 6. Cows have multiple stomachs and like that's cool. 7. That's 7 reasons.
Alex, I'm gonna need one more moo word from you, please. You're not allowed to leave, dude. Moot. There we go. Okay. All those classic moo words. Edric. Well, what are some good ones? You guys keep spamming those great suggestions. Give me 7 reasons why taking shots before work is a good idea.
You can deal with your boss better. 1. Every time a coworker talks to you, you can just go, 2. You feel tingly and happy, and you can have excuses for messing up. 3. You actually, thinking about it, you probably shouldn't tell anybody that you actually took shots before work. But if you did, they would think you're really cool. 4. It makes your life a little more adventurous, because imagine walking drunk to work. 5. Once you get there, who says you have to stop? Just continue the shot taking and just keep taking it throughout the day. 6. And finally, taking shots before work is a great idea, because what's the real reason why you work but to buy alcohol? 7. That's 7 reasons.
Max, I'm gonna need 7 reasons why you should get a matching tattoo with your buddy on your butt.
All right. Been waiting for this one a long time. Because you're gonna be friends forever.
1.
Because all tattoos that you get when you're drunk are good ideas.
2.
Because if it's on your butt, there's a good chance that no one will see it unless you want them to see it.
3.
Because you can make the tattoos touch if you're real good friends.
4.
If it's a big tattoo, then it'll go over an entire cheek, and then you can and your friend put your butts together, and then there'll be a tattoo over both cheeks.
5.
Because you probably are gonna get best friends forever. Shorthanded BFF on your butt cheek, which is gonna be a phrase that we use forever.
6.
Finally, you should get a tattoo on your butt that matches your best friends because they asked you to.
7. That's 7 reasons.
So, point of clarification on the BFF butt tattoo.
Sure, yes.
Is it like BFF or BFF, or is it B half an F, half an FF?
I was thinking it was BFF. BFF.
Oh, okay.
They're matching, but maybe.
But Max said you put them together. And
that was a
make
different.
one
It's kind of
tattoo.
like, you know how sometimes they'll have like an acronym and then have the words going down? One person has the acronym and the other person has the rest of the words going down.
It's an acrostic poem
Yes.
with your hand
Yes.
with another person.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay. So that cleared things up for me.
I think they should both have BFF in them, but then there's a heart around them that's broken like on the side, so that when you match them up, the heart turns into one.
That's
That's adorable. Beautiful. Steve, please give me 7 reasons why going to Venezuela, why their inflation rate is through the roof, is an actual experience.
Their invasion rate?
Their inflation rate.
Inflation rate.
Is an actual experience.
That is, who are we to question the chat suggestions? Please give us more of them.
Because if it's inflating, then there's more of it.
What?
Because you get more money souvenirs that you don't need to worry about. And if you're cold, you can burn it for fire.
2.
What is money anyway? We don't need money. Just take whatever you need.
3.
Really, I think we're onto something here. We need a system of economy where you can just share with everybody.
4.
I think the workers really need to realize that they're being mistreated by the upper class, and this is also a problem in Venezuela.
5.
You can tell that the U.S. is destabilizing a bunch of countries everywhere, especially in the southern hemisphere. So go back there with freedom fighters to make sure that you can establish this new said way of commerce so that they can spread throughout the world, and we can teach the U.S. who's boss. Venezuela.
6.
It's Venezuela!
7.
That's 7 reasons!
Steve, you unknowingly already did the next one I was going to give you, which is 7 reasons why economics is fake. You just did that already. Alex, please give me 7 reasons why dinosaurs were too cool to go extinct.
Because they had those giant claw toes.
1.
Because they had little arms because they didn't even need them.
2.
A T-Rex's jaw has extra hinges in halfway down the jaw so that it could wrap around prey's necks better.
3.
A Triceratops is just one of many of the species that actually have some of them have a shit ton of horns, and that's really cool.
4.
Birds are actual dinosaurs, so technically they were too cool to go extinct.
5.
A lot of dinosaurs had feathers, and most things with feathers have really cool colored feathers, so dinosaurs probably had some pretty cool colors.
6.
Dinosaurs came in all different sizes, so it would have been really cool to see a really teeny tiny dinosaur standing on top of the head of a giant one.
7. That's 7 reasons.
Oh, wow, I got the 7 reasons dinosaurs were cool already.
Please give me 7 reasons why you can add Lil to anything to make a rapper name out of it.
Lil's an adjective.
1.
Lil, just look at the evidence. Lil Wayne, Lil Uzi, Lil.
2.
You could have other things before things to make names, but Lil obviously works the best.
3.
Lil stands for little, and you've seen little work as well.
4.
Lil could also be Lily, which is a common name I've heard before.
5.
Another reason why you can add Lil before anything to make a rapper name is because the standards for rapper names are very low.
6.
And finally, another reason why you can put Lil before anything to make a rapper name is because there just isn't enough things out there to stand up to all the freaking rappers that are coming out of the walls.
7. That's 7 reasons. Edric, what's your rapper name?
My rapper name?
Yeah.
That's funny you ask. Lil Arthur.
Whoa. I just imagine the cover is Arthur from the children's show Arthur, but he's got a big ass gold necklace.
That'd be cool. That'd be legitimately cool.
Max, please give me 7 reasons the movie Happy Feet was actually a documentary.
Have you seen March of the Penguins?
1.
Penguins are an incredibly elusive species, and getting them on tape is actually quite difficult.
2.
Doing an animation can still be a documentary, it's just simply in a different style.
3.
Animated documentaries are a burgeoning genre, and this is probably the premier example.
4.
An animated documentary can actually really investigate the idiosyncrasies of small life, such as a dancing penguin.
5.
Empirical data has shown that penguins have many muscles in their legs, far more than any bird should, so it's very reasonable that they could dance.
6.
The main character of Happy Feet in the original script, in the original filming, actually died in the end. They did decide to cut it, but sometimes documentaries are edited for cathartic reasons.
7. That's 7 reasons.
All right.
Wow.
Come and have a seat, everybody. Wow, I feel like I'm so much more learned now, so appreciate great suggestions, chat.
lots
Couldn't
of
have done it
knowledge.
without you. Truly just all the way down. Truly beautiful stuff. Good work.
Is that sarcasm?
No, like genuinely, I was having a great time.
Oh, thank
I
you.
Thanks, chat.
The full economic discussion that broke out at one point. Good work.
Well, we got a great pun from Anya82. Empirical data, penguin jokes. Haha.
I was going to say, there's an empirical empire penguin in there somewhere.
Thank you.
What if they relaunched Game of Thrones, but it was all Emperor Penguins?
You had me at Emperor Penguins.
Oh, that's
So at the end of the sentence.
Oh, I
It was
Yeah,
once you got through the whole.
Wait a minute. Are emperor penguins the ones with like the eyebrows?
No, they're the
yellow
ones.
ones.
No, those surf. Those are the surfing penguins.
No, I'm pretty sure emperor penguins are just like the ones that you think of, like with
Yeah,
their
eyebrows?
No, with like the smooth heads and the talks.
I
And
thought
like,
those were tuxedo penguins.
Oh.
I don't think that's an actual name for them. I think that's just
Suit
the emperor
penguins?
See, you said it's the ones you think of, but I think of the Pokemon Empyrean. So
I mean, that is the most empirical penguin of them all.
yeah,
he's got a
big crown
on his head. Yeah.
I'm in a real Pokemon mood. Everyone, what's your favorite Pokemon? Put that in the chat.
Dom,
If you don't know Pokemon, make one up for me. There's 800. You're probably right.
you probably will. Did you intentionally give the dinosaur one to the dinosaur kid?
I am kind of. I legitimately didn't know I was at 7 yet, and I was going to keep going with dinosaur facts.
What you get when you take one class about the history of dinosaurs.
Okay, I took one class, but that doesn't mean I haven't done a whole lot of other dinosaur research in my own free time. Wow. I still like dinosaurs a whole lot.
Speaking of dinosaurs in classes, we're talking about your Pathfinder character.
Should I give it away? I'll give it away. I made a barbarian.
Yeah, we don't want to spoil the surprise for all of the people who are going to be with us on Sunday to play the game.
Yeah, no, that's fair. My one character is a barbarian, and anytime he rages, he can turn into a dinosaur. It's really dope. It's this really obscure rule, like, subclass that I found in Pathfinder, and I was like, the subclass is that you can turn into an animal, and then I looked at the list of animals, and dinosaurs technically qualify as animals in Pathfinder, so I was like, well, he can turn into a dinosaur, so...
Hold on, we were making fun of people who played Minecraft for being nerds earlier on the stream? Is that right? Is that something we did?
No, we were making fun of people who stream Minecraft, and then we proceeded to advertise the fact that we very well may stream Minecraft in the future.
We are getting recos for a Pathfinder stream.
Yeah,
Hey!
Vestigial wants us to do a Pathfinder stream, which we should totally do.
That would be pretty fun.
We like to build some wacky-ass characters that are all
my
prone
God.
to dying.
That's
the
just
worst character!
We
We're
have
so bad at building
two
characters.
others. We have two other characters just as weird as that one. Like, Dom, you want to talk about yours? Mine's probably the least interesting of the three.
My character's name is Uine. Fun tip, if you ever want to name your character, just throw something in Google Translate. That's how I name all of them. He's just, I gotta remember, he can't tell a lie because he was cursed by the gods. They're two goddesses, so he can't lie, but he's also a professional gambler, so that doesn't work out well for him. I like to describe him as new magic in the way that, you know old money and new money. Well, he's new magic, baby. Baby. He doesn't care about saving spell slots or... my favorite move so far, I think it's just... he just uses magic like it is his God-given right on this earth. One time he burnt a 4th level spell to age himself so he'd get the senior menu at a bar. My favorite show of move, and it wasn't even something I intended to do, it just kind of happened, is we got in a fight, our campsite got ambushed, and I very specifically built a class. He's an oracle, so he can teleport. So at one point we finished fighting and he just went, I'm tired, and fell straight back and then teleported himself before he hit the ground into his sleeping bag so he didn't have to unzip the bag. He's just the most...
That is the most new magic thing.
The most new magic thing. I introduced him into the campaign. We were all on a boat. They were all working on the boat. And I was like, Yuan walks up to the deck, presents a fiddle, and bamps to the top of the sail. And that's my baby. I love him.
Wow. All right.
We're going to tell him about Bard.
Well, so I have a tiefling, which is a demon who pretends to be human, who also pretends to be a psychic, and his name is Bard. And
what's his class?
He's a rogue. He's actually a rogue.
Oh, beautiful.
Chat, I'm seeing a disgusting lack of Pokemon names in our chat stream.
Wow, come on.
That is the only thing I want is Pokemon names.
Let's all make up Pokemon names right now.
Okay.
Flippyon.
Yep, that sounds completely legit.
No, we can make a game out of this, alright?
Okay.
Max, you give a type. Steve, you give an animal. And then Edric, you give the first part of the name.
Got
and
it.
Alex, you give the back half of the name.
Okay, alright.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Grass type?
And a Sasquatch.
Sass.
Oak.
Sasso.
That's good.
I like it. It's got like a big trunk pattern on it. It's like pseudo-wudo, but at the gym.
Yeah.
Okay,
But it's actually grass type.
The evolved form is Grass Squatch.
Grass.
Yeah.
Squatch.
Wait,
Okay.
what's the second one?
What?
What's
Animal.
The animal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the animal it's based
The animal
on.
was a Sasquatch.
Okay, we're gonna go backwards now, Alex.
Okay.
But I think you have to say, for the animal, you have to say the blank Pokemon. Like it was a Pokemon.
like it's the Pokedex. Dark type.
I have to be the Pokédex
Yeah,
voice?
yes.
Okay. The mouse Pokemon.
Rat.
You dirty rats!
It has like a move where like it just does like a snap swipe and it takes your item. It's like threat. Okay. Oh, I love Pokemon. Thanks for indulging. Wow, what a great username. Thanks for following. You are what you eat. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. This is an improv stream, so we're going to go ahead and do some improv. Let's play a real fun ditty of a game, that Irish drinking song. Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Do we have beers to go?
Nope.
Okay, that's fine.
This is a speakeasy. Easy. So what we're going to need from the chat before we get started is a profession. So go ahead and give us a fun or unusual job. Earlier we did jobs that you've interviewed for, so maybe continue on that thread. The way this game works is we're going to sing a fun Irish drinking song about the profession that we choose from the comments. It's going to be real fun, very lighthearted. Hopefully we rhyme. That's supposed to happen at some point in the game. Otherwise, it's just going to be 4 grown men swinging their arms for about 2 minutes straight. I hope you enjoy it. Let's pan on over to our fun chaps.
Only a minute 30 left, gentlemen.
We got this! Make it stop!
Yeah. Oh, there's some. Oh, I'm so torn. Those are both 2 very good suggestions. Oh.
Just save one for later.
That's true. I guess I'll just save one for later. This is going to be the Irish drinking song of the clam shucker.
I work down at the docks.
I shuck some clams.
I stand there on the pier with all my friends and fams.
They tell me
Not to feed the gulls.
But sometimes I get feisty,
So I throw them a couple bread balls.
a
A really big bird.
swooped at me.
He tried to eat my lunch.
but pecked me in the knee.
I said, hey, what you doing?
And it gave me a fight.
He went down real hard.
I spit at it in spite. Oh, I started then to cry.
It really hurt my soul.
I did not want to.
Give up my last bread bowl.
So I sucked in me breath.
I gave him a big whack.
And then it said to me,
Why did you attack? I looked into its dying eyes.
And I breathed a big, big breath.
I said, you darn deserved it.
and you are Crash.
He looked at me quizzically
and cocked his little head.
He said, please, sir.
Give me a sled.
Oh, hidey, 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 hidey. Oh, hidey, 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 hidey. Woo!
Yep.
I forgot I was the rhyme on that one.
Be a big sled.
What else rhymes with breath?
Wow, you guys, great job, great job. Real narrative on that one. I felt like I was there watching that epic climactic battle.
Fighting a bird.
Fighting
Fought a bird.
That seagull fucked us up.
Who hasn't fought a bird before in their lifetime? You know, they used to be dinosaurs, so
They still are dinosaurs.
Oh.
if I ever told you, I don't trust birds.
Wow.
Because if you were a dinosaur, would you choose to be a bird? You'd only choose to be a bird if you knew something was up.
Yeah.
So what do they know that we don't know? I don't trust birds, is what I'm saying. Although, as my roommate likes to point out, birds aren't real. So
Yeah, they're just government
they're
drones.
just government drones.
Oh.
But it was interesting is I recently did some traveling abroad. Other countries have birds. So are they our government's birds? Or is it like a UN conspiracy?
They're the world government's drones. Maybe.
The Illuminati
Right.
is the real owner of birds.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't go against the thought that they were all the U.S. drones.
And they're just spying on all the other countries.
Yeah,
Do the other countries know that birds are from the US government?
probably, but there's too many to stop.
I feel like some of them probably do, but others are just like, oh, it's birds. And the US is like, yes, it's birds.
Wait a minute. When I was like 3 years old, I remember a seagull took a churro out of my hand and then just left with it. Does that mean there was like some guy behind that? Like, oh, fuck this kid, I'm just gonna take a fucking churro.
Yes.
I just imagine it's some guy in like a server room in Colorado mountains who's just like, nice.
Yeah, no, they were definitely just like testing themselves. It's like a video game where it's just like, I'm just gonna take that kid's churro because I can.
I like to think there's like a flashback to like the 70s where you did actually have to do it all by hand.
right.
Right,
Like
yeah.
all within 30 feet.
Within 30 feet, within 30 feet of every bird, there was a government bird operator.
Oh, it's the rats. The rats own the bird drones.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Wow. Now
That's
we're
why
getting
we
into
haven't
it.
found the operators.
Now we're getting into it.
Just rats on
Well,
hamster wheels.
speaking of government birds, because this is one of my favorite anecdotes about U.S. Military history.
The pigeon bombs?
The pigeon bomb.
Pigeon bombs?
So they trained pigeons for like years, almost a decade, to be able to like strap little bombs to themselves, and then they would show them flashcards of submarines and like foreign ships and teach them to peck towards the ship. So that what would happen is when they released them into the wild, the theory was they would dive bomb into the boats because they had been trained to go towards the boats.
What?
These little bombs.
No way.
Yeah, but not only did they do this with birds, they also did it with bats.
Yep.
And they had to stop the bat one because they blew up the base they were on.
Their own aircraft hangar.
Yeah. the bats got loose and blew up half of the airbase.
No. The best part is the bats were supposed to win World War II.
Yeah.
They were Tokyo, Japan was mainly made out of like wood housing. So these bats had napalm, and they were supposed to release them, and they would just burn the entire city down.
Wow.
It was
Fire bats.
a shame that we didn't end up using them.
Fire type bat Pokemon.
Nay. Like NA. That's the first part of its name.
Wing.
Naywing!
Okay.
Napalm bat.
That's the Pokemon name. Napalm Bat.
The napalm Pokemon.
But guys, if you really want to get rich quick, get a homing pigeon and sell it on eBay.
Of course.
What was the fluff? There you go. That's it. That's the tip.
It comes back to you.
It's a homing pigeon. It comes back.
So you make money.
Oh, I see.
And then you sell it again.
That's
and then
genius.
you sell it again.
That's genius.
Tom's giving me that look like, you fucker.
That's just mad you didn't think of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. For those of you who are just tuning in, I'm sorry. But also, thanks for joining us. This is Show and Tell Live, a weekly comedy improv stream. We stream from 9 to 11 Eastern Standard. Go ahead and drop us a follow if you haven't already for more great shenanigans. But let's keep the shenanigans rolling with another game.
All right. What we doing this time?
This game is gonna be 10-1-10.
Yeah.
So the way this game works is we're gonna have two people start. Edric, why don't you start this? And
Yes.
Steve, you go ahead and join Edric.
All right.
So what we need is a fun location. So like a Chuck E. Cheese, a ball pit, a casino, whatever fun location you can think of. Go ahead and put that in the chat. That's where we're gonna start our scene. The way this works is we're gonna have our two performers do a 1-minute scene. After that, I'll yell, scene! And we'll do that exact same scene in 30 seconds. And then again in 10 seconds. And then finally again in 1 second. And when we do it in 1 second, we're going to bring the two people, the other two performers, Max and Alex, who left the room. And they're only going to get to see the 1 second version of the scene. Then it's going to be their job to recreate it to the best of their ability in 10 seconds and 30 seconds and finally a full minute. And if we're very, very, very lucky, they'll do the exact same scene. Wouldn't that be crazy?
They always do that. That's how the game works.
Right,
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
We always recreate the scene 100% perfect.
100%. And you're going to see that exact same thing happen here tonight, folks. Let's go ahead and pan over. Oh, boy. Yeah, okay, Red Nose. Everyone, that is a fun location. Your location is Sky Zone, the trampoline park.
Oh, yeah.
All right. This is my trampoline.
I just want to share it with you. I'll jump in front of you then.
No, I can't see the TV.
Good. Oh.
Go play in the foam pit.
No, that's for babies. I'm an adult now.
Fine.
Adult jumps. Whoa.
Now you're gonna not have fun on the trampoline because I'm standing on it and it's gonna.
Yeah, how are you doing that? You're dampening everything.
I'm ruining your fun.
You're a
Like
jerk.
you ruined my birthday.
Wow. Happy birthday?
We rented out this whole Sky Zone just for my birthday, and then you showed up.
You invited no one else but me. I'm your only friend.
See? Oh, classic sad prop. Let's put 30 seconds on the clock. I say that like it's somebody else, but it's me. I'm putting 30 seconds on the clock. And same exact scene. Go.
Nice.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck. Okay, I'll jump in front of you.
You're blocking the TV.
Oh, fuck. I want want to jump with you because I'm an adult now.
Yeah, well, you ruined my birthday, you big fat meanie.
What? I'm not fat, and also I just want to jump with you and have fun.
I'm gonna stop jumping then.
How are you doing that? You're dampening the whole trampoline.
Yeah, because you ruined my birthday by coming here.
You invited me. I was the only person you invited.
Scene. Let's see that exact same scene, jumps and all, in 10 seconds.
You're blood achieving. Fuck. Okay.
Why'd you come here?
I just want to jump with you. How are you doing that?
You weren't invited to my birthday.
You invited me, I'm my friend.
All right, we're gonna do that exact same scene in 1 second. But before we do that, we need to bring in our other two performers. I'm sure that sounded great on stream. Thank you both of you.
I can get closer to the mic.
I'm just going to go ahead and read some of these also other brilliant suggestions we received.
Oh, sweet.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson's armpit, Bolivian Starbucks, the dumpster out back of a local Applebee's.
Oh, classic.
And then Island. You know, all the same.
They're great.
Oh, they've heard our summoning call.
Yes, they've come in. Gentlemen, I hope you're ready to watch a true work of art.
Oh boy, can't wait.
Make sure you take excellent notes. And begin. Scene. All right. Now we're going to see that exact same scene recreated in 1 second. Go. Okay. Let's not kill Max and do that exact same scene in 10 seconds. Begin.
Be my best friend! No! You have to! No! You say it's coming! Do what I say!
What have I done?
Scene! Let's see that exact same scene in 30 seconds. Begin.
Okay. Where are we? I don't know. What's going on here? Why are we naked? Jesus. We gotta get out of here. Come on, let's go. Hold on. If we die tonight, you have to tell me one thing. What? You're my best friend. Right? No! What are you talking about? We just gotta get out of here. I can't. We just gotta leave. My best friend. Please. No. Please tell me. No. Please. Get away from me. No. I'm not your best friend. The train is coming. The train is coming. Come on. No. I won't move. Tell me.
What have I done?
Wow. Horrific consequences. So far, exactly the same. All right. 1 minute, full version of the scene. Let's do it. Go.
Jesse. Jesse.
What?
Jesse, get up. Get up.
What is going on?
Where are we?
I don't know. What's happening?
Whoa, what's the last thing you remember?
I remember we were playing skee ball, and I got like the ring with the 100,
Yeah, the 100.
and everyone around us was like, yay! And then I felt this pat on the back, and then I fell down.
Well, okay, I remember that. We had to go in the back room to get the special points.
Yeah,
And
that's what they said. They said they had special
back.
tickets. Is this the back room?
Jesus, I don't know. I did
Do we need to be naked for the special points?
That was a really
We gotta get out of here.
Hey, if this is our last night, that was my favorite birthday party.
Yeah, it was pretty great. Why are we in a subway?
This great birthday party.
Okay, that's really cool, but we should leave now.
Look, I'm just saying, if this is my last night, it's not so bad that I spent it with you.
Leaving. Okay,
I have to tell you something.
What?
You're my best friend.
Okay, that's fine. Sure.
Okay.
We gotta leave. We were having a moment. Timer.
I would like to say, Anya, I think you're 100% right. That scene did take place 20 years after the first scene. Yeah, both birthday parties, you got that right. Yeah.
Maybe it was me screaming, "My birthday!"
Maybe it was just my subconscious.
Our location was Sky Zone, which is why you were hopping so much.
I love Sky Zone.
Right.
Of course you do.
Sky Zone. Yeah, that's not hard to
Do you
figure
know what
out.
Sky Zone is?
Yes.
Okay, so the way you were saying that made it sound like, I love Sky Zone.
I genuinely do love Sky Zone.
Sky Zone is my favorite location where they give you socks.
I love
That's
that
true.
Thank you for that.
Did you die at the end of your scene?
No, I just got
That was midway.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got pushed a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
To be fair, it was a pretty half-hearted die, but I was like, it kind of looked like you died.
Oh yeah, definitely. I did the whole fall over bit. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, stick the tongue out, put the X's over your eyes, the whole kit and caboodle.
Oh, we refilled the water, but we forgot the water.
Everyone,
brutal.
it's important to stay hydrated. Take a big
Stay
hydrated all
hydrated.
around.
My cup's
Big
empty.
gulps.
Oh, well, we'll get more
Did we
water.
ever fill your cup,
No, I
Edric?
don't think so.
Oh my god.
What
That's
horrible-
okay.
Oh my god! So much water!
We treat our guests right here on Show and Tell Live.
Edric, let me get that for you.
Oh, thank you. Oh yeah.
Oh, just make everyone watching need to go pee.
Thank you.
I mean, everybody here, this is like my third glass of water.
I think
Stay
you had enough.
hydrated.
Oops. Oh god. I've had too much.
That's the second time today.
As you can tell, we're all professionals on this stream.
That's right.
Yeah. Anything got anything fun on their mind? I've run out of fun stuff.
so I have something kind of fun.
Yeah.
So I recently started up a new job, and
congrats.
I'm working. So what I basically do is sort of when you type into Google and search stuff, like the first few results are like paid ads. And so I help with like the analytics and stuff that go into creating those.
Do you work for Google?
No, I work for a company who I work for an ad firm that does those ads for specific companies.
I see.
So we work with Google, but I don't work like for Google or anything. But basically, people Google weird stuff.
I didn't know where that story was going, but boy, was that worth the wait. Yeah, because you have to do all the blocking.
I have to
right?
look at. So
Yeah.
I look at like actually what people are typing into Google, and when they hit certain search terms that are relevant to our stuff, it shows us. It doesn't show us like your information, like your username or anything, but it shows like what exactly they typed and searched into Google in order to show what we had, so that we can look at like, oh well, what are people typing and what are some different words that we should be paying ads for and things like that, so that we show up. Blah blah blah.
So what you're saying is, I have your data. I have your data.
I have your data! I have your data! But, I mean, people can misspell words in so many ways. It's fascinating.
Spelling is
Spelling is a treasure. But on top of that, I mean, just the things that people search.
Well, I also happen to know, for added context, that this is at an ad firm that specializes in pharmaceutical drugs.
Yes.
So, in addition to people being weird, you can throw the body parts in there as well.
Yeah. Google's a magical place. Mm-hmm. And I'm getting to see that firsthand.
I've actually been to the Google headquarters in New York, which is impressive and also terrifying. Because they own so much real estate in New York that it is ridiculous. They
Really?
own an entire block. of just
Wow.
Google. And they're actually looking to buy a second one because they need more space. But their building is so long that you know how DC or some cities will have those like scooters to get around.
Mm-hmm.
They have those in the office so that because there's just long sweeps of hallway where you're like, I have to get to the other side.
Like an airport or something.
Like an airport, yeah, essentially.
That reminds me of the episode of Fairly Odd Parents where they're at this giant like Costco style grocery store, and it's so big that they have like cars as the grocery carts. That's the next step.
Well, there is I think it's in China, I want to say, but they did build a grocery store that is like a drive-through. So you pull your car up and you put on like a little keypad what groceries you want, and then a machine in the back auto sorts it and then delivers it bank tube style to your car, and you just like unload it. There actually was an early working model of it that was handmade in the US in like the 80s, but people were just uncomfortable with it because they wanted to browse. But China nowadays is like super gung-ho on it. I think there's only like one or two, but they're starting to take off. So anything you can do to not talk to other human beings and still acquire services is the right direction.
That's what we do nowadays. Yeah.
But in the U.S., I feel like they don't like that. Like you said, they were like scared of it. Like they were uncomfortable with not having automated or with not being able to look at their groceries. There are other things too. Like I don't know if you guys ever heard of the boxes that have the cake mix in them.
Oh yes,
They used to just be literally just add water. But then people were too skeeved out by it, like, no, this can't be real fucking cake. They just add water, so now you have to add eggs and like butter.
It's that, and because people were like, well, I don't feel like I'm actually baking a cake when I make these. So what the heck? Removed ingredients so that people felt more like they were little bakers.
It's actually worse than that. They didn't change anything. They just said add an egg. The egg is nutritionally nothing.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to make a cake without adding anything but water,
Just
Dom,
water.
and I will tell you how it turns out.
No, like if you're using the box, like it's the box mix.
Yes.
I think it's like I'm gonna say Betty Crocker.
Betty
like
Crocker.
box mix, right? Or
Betty
instant
Crocker
cake.
box mix.
No,
Thanks for this.
that's what this stream's
Thanks for the sponsorship.
No, you just add egg, and they didn't change the recipe at all. It already has the eggs originally that they used in it or whatever it is. But they just figured that the egg was a harmless ingredient. There's all types of weird things with food perception and science. Like Doritos, the powder doesn't actually have any flavoring to it. All the flavor comes from the chip. But psychologically, a snack is more satisfying if it's messy.
Well, then how do you explain tasting the powder on your fingers?
Comes off
when
the chip.
Really?
No way.
Food science.
It's not just MSG or something that comes out.
Well, there is that.
I'm pretty sure MSG is definitely a thing.
Yeah, licking MSG off your fingers.
Have you ever had MSG? They sell it by the pounds.
Speaking of getting glimpses into people's lives,
Yeah. I just joined the gym Wednesday. I joined the gym Wednesday. I'm recovering.
You didn't actually go to the gym.
No, I mean, I went, I signed up, but I'm gonna go.
What I love though is you went. They were peer pressuring you to sign up. You said no thanks and left. Then felt the peer pressure and came back.
Edric walks down the street. Sure, all the nice looking people on this street. Oh no, I gotta go back.
no, I like to think that it's actually more genuine of like, I feel a little bit uncomfortable. I'm gonna say no for now, and then walk and thinking to yourself, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna do it.
Well, it was more like I walked to my car, got in my car, drove away, and I was driving in the parking lot, and something took me, and I just turned right in front of someone, like, and they're like beeping at me, and I turned all the way around, and I came back, and I went in. Yeah, I think it was a power play, really. I was like, I'm not gonna sign up when you want me to. I'll sign up.
I'll sign up on my own time.
And I left and came back instantly, and she saw me, and she did a double take. She was like, welcome to...
I've changed my mind.
That's right. I'm signing up now.
She was actually still wiping away the tears that you didn't sign up in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. I felt bad, but also...
Because that's what happens every time you deny a gym
It looks
employee.
like there were small children tugging at your pants, being like, "Please, mister, sign up for please, mister.
Get away from me.
Your gym membership goes towards our pooling."
And then here's a lollipop, kids, all of you.
Well, speaking of power plays, let's play a powerful game.
Yeah.
This game is called Interrogation. This is going to be a game for our three regulars. Edric, you get to sit out with me and have a nice break on this one.
Drink some water, Ed.
I will, thank you. I'll make up for lost water.
Do you want to be the criminal, or do you want to be the...
I'll be the criminal.
All right, well, Max leaves the
criminal.
room. We're going to need three things
Subliminal
from
criminal.
the chat. We're going to need a crime, so let's go ahead and get a crime. This doesn't have to be a real crime. It could be, you know, something fun or fantastical.
Or something that just makes you go,
How dare you? Like downloading a car. No, probably not that specific.
you wouldn't download a car.
So go ahead, and basically the way this game works is we're gonna have our two hardened police officers, Alex and Steve, are gonna interrogate Max. They're gonna have to get Max to confess to the crime he's committed. We already have a great wit that I think is a good one. Yep, that's a good crime.
Oh, you can use the location that you passed up last
That was an
time. That you were
occupation.
like, Oh, was it?
Yeah.
He burnt his toast.
Yep, that.
His toast is super burnt. So that is the crime. Now what we need is a good location. Where did Max burn his toast? Like the scumbag he is.
Don't say the kitchen. We know you can do better than that. Come on. Toast can go anywhere. Where was it?
Toast.
Oh, hey, you were looking at me. Hey, toast can go anywhere, you guys. Where was the toast?
Love that 30-second delay.
Waiting for the toast. Well, maybe we should say what the third
Yep,
one
and the
is.
third thing we're gonna need is to know who he committed this crime with. So who did Max burn toast with?
Someone of great importance.
Great importance.
A celebrity, perhaps, or maybe a president.
Maybe a character of some kind.
The television character.
Gumboots, I like your suggestion for location. We're gonna make it a little less specific, and we're just gonna say a cattle ranch.
Cattle ranch.
Cattle ranch. So we burnt some toast at the cattle ranch.
ranch.
With whom?
Yes,
With
whom committed this crime?
Whom did the crime shall do the time. We need a new clockmaker.
Of course. Of course. A horse.
A horse? Just a horse?
No. It's just rhyming. We're gonna go with Smokey the Bear.
All right.
Tried and true. Who better?
So, he burnt some toast.
Burn some toast
At
the cattle
ranch.
with Smokey the Bear.
All right.
Now we're gonna go get this criminal.
All right, go bring in the criminal, Sergeant. I hate waiting for them. I hope this one didn't shit on my desk. All right, kid, come on in here. You're not gonna last 10 minutes in jail time.
Hey, isn't there something like I gotta have a parent in here or something? You're not allowed
No,
to
you're
interrogate
kid
a
was
16-year-old.
Kid was an expression. I didn't. Are you really 16?
Yeah, I'm 16.
You look so much older.
You're old enough in the eyes of the law. You see these right here? And those right there? Those are the eyes of the law.
I'm gonna get expelled.
Possibly.
Oh, man.
But
Just might.
we might be able to swing you a deal if you tell us what you did. All right, I'm the good cop this time.
Yeah,
Look,
starts
I'm
off.
just a hardworking kid in high school, all right? I'm on the baseball team. I'm on a couple sports teams.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Do you eat the most important meal of the day?
Yeah, you.
Huh?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I gotta eat breakfast because, I mean, that's how I save my strength for high school.
Yeah.
I'm tired
Oh, I bet you do.
I'm sure you eat breakfast all the time.
Yeah, I bet you cook breakfast too.
But one
Bet you
day.
cook it for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta. My mom goes to work early.
But one day, the breakfast just wasn't working out now, was it?
Oh, I see what you're getting at.
You
All
tried, didn't
Look,
ya?
look.
You tried too hard.
I'm not
and you
talking
got
anymore.
so far.
I'm not talking anymore. Okay.
Oh, we're not talking. We got ways of making you talk.
Yeah.
Like what?
We got
16.
ways. We got.
Oh, is that a flash? No, I hate flashlights. All right.
Yeah,
fine.
that's right. There's more where that came from.
I've
Right,
got a
fine.
pen too that makes the clicky
I
noise.
listen to Linkin Park all the time when I eat breakfast. Is
No.
that what you want to hear?
Your music taste is up to you, kid.
That's completely your choice. Look, we just care about the breakfast.
All right.
We know it wasn't a balanced breakfast that day.
No.
We know you had the cereal.
It was on the dark side, wasn't it?
Okay, fine. I didn't eat the orange that you're supposed to eat with the cereal, okay?
We don't care about no orange.
No one ever eats the orange.
I
eats the orange.
just had the Cocoa
That's just
Puffs
a
with
lie.
the milk, alright? That's it.
Yeah, that's all you had.
Yeah.
Because there was one other thing you were gonna have, wasn't
Yeah, you had it all
No,
put
You
it
just
up.
let it go for too long, didn't you?
Yeah,
And the
but-
next thing you know, what's that smell?
What's that smell?
Am I having a stroke? No, wait.
Hold on, I've got a question
Okay.
for you. Is it jail that does you, or do you jail the jail?
Look, okay, fine. My mom had to go to work early, and I I needed something to fill up my stomach because I had swim practice later in the day, so I needed some bread. All right, but I didn't just want to eat bread and just dip it in my cocoa puff milk.
Of course not. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Soggy bread? No, so I threw it in the toaster. But I got infatuated with the cocoa puff milk and I just drank it all right? I didn't get the toast.
And what happened to the bread?
It set on fire.
That's right. That's right. It's a charged mess, kid. It's awful.
So you confess.
Yes.
That's one thing.
Yes,
All
I
right.
burned the toast.
All
in the
right.
toast.
Now we obviously know where you did this, but you're gonna have to tell us.
That's right.
You're gonna have to
I
tell
was
us.
at home. Look I
all I
was to
can.
work early.
I'm sure.
Look, I got a lot of responsibilities to juggle. Okay.
Oh, I'm sure you do. I'm sure there's a lot of responsibilities early in the morning. You gotta put on your boots, huh? You gotta get your lasso on your hip.
Yeah.
I bet you got some real fresh milk over there, huh?
You gotta get all them salad dressings
I threw my
together.
hat on. I never go anywhere without my hat.
Of course, yeah. Your hats.
Yeah, and then you know, look. All right, fine. I had a friend over, and I had a couple cereals.
friend over?
Yeah, they're on the swim team.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's right. They're on the swim team. So we were hanging out because there was swim practice last night, swim practice the next day. All right, what more do you want to know?
I want to know the location, kid. I know you know it. I know you know we know it. And I want a confession. I want to know exactly where it was.
Look,
So
I know you're
move on.
my mom lives on a ranch. Is that what you want to know? She lives on a ranch. Okay.
Jot that down.
Home on the range.
When I live with my dad, we're in the city. But when I live with my mom, we're on the ranch.
All right.
Home on the range.
Now tell us
She
who
has to
your
work
friend.
early.
Tell us who your friend
Tell us
is.
about your friend.
Yeah.
We'll let you off a little bit
I'm
easier.
tired.
He wasn't.
No, not the fly.
Is that waking you up?
I didn't say I was sleeping.
wasn't.
I'm tired.
Yeah, you're tired.
Was he in charge of the toast, or was it you who could have prevented the toast?
All right, fine.
Only you can prevent toast fire.
Only you.
Only you. Come on.
So mad at me.
He was.
The ranch house is all wooden. The house is wooden, all right?
It
It didn't just
get
burn down the
grisly?
toaster.
Did it get
burned
grisly?
down the whole ranch house.
Oh, thank God.
My mom was so mad at me. She's got nothing except that ranch house.
Well, your mom was mad, but you know who was even madder was your friend, wasn't it?
Smokey the goddamn No. Fine, you want to hear it?
Yeah, I
You
want to
wanna
hear it. I want to hear it.
I burnt my toast on fire with Smokey the Bear at the ranch.
That's right, we got a confession.
Let's book him now.
Book him, get him out of here, get him out of my sights, get him out of the sights of the eyes of the law.
Good job, guys. Wow. Wow, I forget that you're supposed to play that game with someone good at guessing. Ooh. Oh, I hope Dan really watches that one. You did give me a great idea for what might be my new favorite t-shirt of all time that we've had on the show.
Oh, wow.
It's I listen to Linkin Park with my breakfast. It's really good. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out the shape dynamics of the Linkin Park logo.
Okay, yeah.
Geometric is tricky. But,
Non-Euclidean.
yeah, not Euclidean. But,
What was the line you said?
Which one?
You said a line from a Linkin Park song.
Yeah.
I said you tried so hard.
Yeah.
No, I said you tried so far. You tried so hard and you got so far. I did not continue that.
Right. That was all he did.
How much? That's I don't know. We'll keep it in mind though. Look for it on the store eventually.
Oh,
good
beautiful.
stuff. True works of art.
So there's interrogation for you.
What a great
That's how it's
game.
played.
I love it. I love how that was your crime. Listen to Linkin Park. Listen to Linkin Park. Put on the cops and like, whoa.
I don't care about that. What you do in your own home is your business.
That's right. Their faces were like, what? Come on, we listen to Linkin Park on the weekends.
Oh, beautiful. Could you imagine if you got in a cop car, like you're arrested, like you fucked up bad. You shoved you in the back of the car and then you're just like driving, and it's like that awkward silence and you just and the guy in the back's like, Can we just go to jail?
Are you mocking me?
Yeah, exactly.
Is this cruel and unusual punishment? Or,
It is unusual. Oh, interesting. That covers unusual punishment too.
Mhm.
So anything that's just like out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go pick up that.
Well, no, I think it needs to be, the punishment needs to be both cruel and unusual.
Oh, okay. So if it's just unusual,
If
you're
it's
okay.
just unusual, you're probably fine.
Okay.
But if what if it's so unusual that it is cruel?
Tickling someone with a feather. And
That's what I was
Facts.
thinking. Holy shit. That's crazy.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Is that cruel?
I mean, if you tickle them to the point of them not being able to breathe,
You can.
that's
drive
probably
around.
torture.
Oh, okay.
That's probably torture.
Oh, it's like that Code Lyoko episode.
Oh, isn't that where they just couldn't stop laughing?
Yeah, they didn't stop laughing.
Yeah.
And people are dying.
If I hadn't just made a shirt, it would totally say it's like that kind of But I'm not gonna do that.
Wow.
Wow, Max. What a pull. Classic French cartoon code.
Wait. I have a conspiracy that I haven't told many people, and that is a long time ago, my parents used to buy Dove shampoo for me. So I'd open it, and you know how like the shampoo caps have like the little knob at the top with like a little design meant to like keep the knob from like
you
going
don't
in.
know the name of, but have to describe.
Yeah.
The knob on the top of a shampoo.
And there was like a little design to make sure the cap didn't like cave in. And it was the sign from Code Lyoko from Xana. You know, the like little target thing with the tree looking thing on it.
The thing that like the robot aliens have.
Yeah, Xana. That's his name.
Oh, okay.
I watched this show and I remember it. Poser.
Similarly, back to my Pokemon brain. So we live in Philadelphia, which is very close to New Jersey, which means that there is a school in New Jersey called Rutgers. And their logo is a big red R, which I have been conditioned from childhood to associate with the enemy.
Team Rocket.
Team Rocket. So whenever I drive around or like walk in places and I see a car magnet or a person with a big old red R on a white shirt, my immediate thought is, I should not trust this person. Which in fairness is nothing. They're just trying to get a good education. Can't blame them. Well, they're trying to get an education. But throwing all kinds of heat tonight. But no, so it's just a really, and it's the same R. Like it's got a little.
It's exactly
That's what I was thinking. They should do some sort of font or something just to distinguish themselves.
Or just make your school logo not just a letter. Like, come on, we can do better than this.
Fun fact, it's actually not. The school logo is the Scarlet Knight.
That's their mascot.
But it's also their logo. It just depends on like where you get the stuff from. Like you can get like, because they have like the R with the Scarlet Knight and stuff, and like they've started using that more and more recently
Because of Team Rocket.
Because of Team Rocket. And they should stop stealing my Pokemon.
Definitely because of Team Rocket.
They're probably older than Pokemon.
Oh, the school is definitely, but think about it. We are in the perfect era right now where a majority of the people going past that school is going to look at that and think, Team Rocket. Those are the bad guys.
I will say most of their stuff now has a knight on it.
Good. I'm glad we forced them to
They're
change.
rebranding.
Thank you everyone for signing our petition.
Thanks everyone. We did it!
We did
it!
Launch party success.
Rocket University is no more.
What's Procter and Gamble logo?
Is that the Team Plasma logo?
I don't know.
I don't know what Procter. Sure. Somebody look this up. Let's play a game so somebody can look this up off screen.
Isn't it just a PNG?
It might be.
Yeah. A lot of companies just have letters.
Are there any mascots you don't trust? I don't trust the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Let us know in the comments down below.
He's got beady little eyes, and they're suspicious.
Oh man, when I was really young, I was at my dad's Christmas party, and they had like an open mic.
Wait,
and first off, currently
whoever's on that event planning committee should be fired.
Those are the bad guys.
I'm currently trying to reform the joke that like my 7-year-old self went up on stage and said. It had something to do with the Pillsbury Doughboy, and I can't remember it, but it was for some reason, I formed some sort of joke where it's like, why did the Pillsbury Doughboy cross the road? And it didn't have a punchline, but I went up on stage and said it, and it stuck with me for years, but now I don't remember it. This is such a weird nostalgia trip.
This is the time. This is what you've been remembering it for. This is the moment that that moment has been leading up to, and you blew it.
I know, I could finally get the catharsis of being able to be like, you know what?
I did that for a reason.
I've grown since then.
Yeah. Apparently you haven't, so...
Let's jump into another game. What do we got here? Played all the ones on this list, so this list sucks. All right.
Yeah, screw that list.
Screw that list. Who needs it? Let's play advice panel. Nice sit down game.
Okay.
Keep it chill.
Yeah.
So the way this game works is we're going to be giving out some very helpful advice for you, the audience at home. What we're going to need, though, from you guys is things that you need advice on. Dating advice, career advice, scientific inquiry. Whatever you're feeling, go ahead and ask those and put those in the chat. And we're going to try and answer as many questions as we can as we go through here. Now, the way to work is to start, I'll be giving good advice. Edric will be giving bad advice. Steve will be giving terrible advice. And then Alex will be giving advice. And we'll just rotate through and see what happens. Mm-hmm. All right. We have a proposed suggestion for a joke about the Pillsbury Doughboy in the chat.
Oh, yes, please.
What happened when things got hot between the Pillsbury Doughboy and his girlfriend? They Brit. That was written by 7-year-old Max for anyone.
Wait, that's got layers though. That's good.
So does a croissant.
Because when things got hot in bread, because they're dough, and when you cooked it, wow, I'm impressed.
Wow.
We've been there.
Yes. Edric, why don't you go ahead and start us off with some good advice, and we'll just go down the street.
Okay, sure.
Edric, how do you smoke a brisket?
That's a very simple question. So now they have these things called smokers. All you got to do is you got to buy one. Maybe it's like $100 or something. I don't know. Then you got to take the brisket. You got to season it a little bit. And then you got to put it on into the smoker, close it, and then plug it in, and then turn it on.
Thanks, Edric. That's good advice.
No problem.
Well, I think we need to retool this question because it's not how do you smoke a brisket. It's more how a brisket smokes. Because the reason we have smoked brisket is because regular brisket is a nerd. So you want to make sure that your brisket is smoking at least a pack a day before you eat it because that means it's really cool.
Nice.
So there's this beetle that shoots like really hot like acid out of its eyeballs or something. Most smoked brisket is actually just covered in those beetles. Like the brisket, the unsmoked brisket attracts those beetles. So you just have to let it sit out for a little while and they'll show up. And because it's so hot and when they start like spitting their acid all over the place, it slowly like cooks and smokes it.
So I hear you. It's just the only problem is that there's just no real data to back up whether it's safe or not. So you can seriously be the guinea pigs of the first generation of these items if you'd like. But I mean, that's a risk that you're putting yourself at. And if you want to live that way, then that's really cool. The only problem is that you have to realize that 30 years down the line, there could be some serious health detriments.
Great questions. I really hope that helps answer the smoked brisket. Please invite us over for dinner. Let's move on to our next question. Steve, we'll start with you. Please give us your best advice. How do I intimidate people on the street so they know they should move out of my way and we don't collide on the sidewalk?
Well, personally, I just like to make sure that I have a firm stance, and it's all about being confident in yourself. So when you're standing up, make sure you're completely straight up, not slouching, make sure your shoulders are back, and you are the one who has the right of way at all times. So just keep going, live your life, And if they're walking on the wrong side of the sidewalk, they're wrong.
If you see them and like you can usually tell that like these are the kind of people that like you're going to end up getting closer and it'll be like ooh, ooh. If you see them, start gaining speed and you go faster and faster and then you run because people get out of the way of people that are running. So you just start sprinting. You can sprint directly at them too. That'll actually make them jump out of the way even more and even faster.
We have open carry for a reason. Get that gun on your hip. If someone's gonna try and walk in your way, someone's not trying to just pull that jacket back, look them straight in the eye, and they'll know what's up.
Oh, is it me? Yeah, so, they're really... Okay, there are two ways to go about this. You can go the legal route, which would take years and years and years and years and years of litigation, and you may not even come out on top. Or you can take the sub-legal route, where you have them offed by someone like me.
Thanks for admitting that on camera.
Saved forever.
Sublegal. That's definitely a term that we're going to be using.
How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Sublegal.
Oh. Yeah, well, thanks, Muffin Ninja Boy, for the follow. Appreciate
Nice.
it. Every bit of support helps. Let's move on to the next question. How do you keep things lit at a party, Alex?
Oh boy.
You're hosting a party soon, aren't you?
I am hosting a party soon.
How are you gonna keep it lit?
So, okay, no, that's a bad answer. I shouldn't say that. Clearly you're referring to, how do you keep energy and morale high, and not the lighting situation. I think it's important to, make sure that people have something to do. That's like the biggest buzzkill at a party is if a lot of people are just standing around. And it's fine if people are like, they want to just like stand and talk and everything. But make sure there are like a few things, like some games to play or like, make it so that people can add stuff to the Spotify playlist and like give people things to do so that they can kind of move around the party and keep themselves occupied.
So keeping a party lit is all about getting people intoxicated. Have some jungle juice, have massive amounts of alcohol in it. Don't tell people how much alcohol is in it. You want them to be intoxicated against their will.
Sublegal.
And, yeah, I mean, that's all there really is to it. Maybe get some marijuana in there and just lock all the doors, seal the windows, just get a whole smoke box in there.
Yeah, so I've been to a few parties and I find the ones that are the most lit are the ones that have some kind of death that just happens at the party, You gotta get all the drugs going, you gotta get the juices flowing, you gotta get the people partying and, having a blast, and then BAM! Someone dies out of nowhere. How? I don't know. People make mysteries about this shit, it's so good.
People make board games about it.
It's great. It's a lit party.
Well, I both agree and disagree with my former panelists. But you see, there's antimony, arsenic, aluminum, selenium, and hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, radium.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that.
And magnesium, ruthenium, uranium.
Yeah, you got them. That's it. That's the one.
Acetylene, uranium, gold,
yeah,
plutonium,
thanks.
and even gallium. And you screwed me up.
Hey! We did it.
That's up to I am the very model of a modern major general.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
Tom Lehrer
song.
I agree, Vestigial. Yahtzee is the way to go.
Yeah,
every party.
that is the best answer. Is just whip out some Yahtzee.
But have you ever played strip Yahtzee? I don't know what that is. I just feel like you can add strip to any game and it makes it way more exotic.
Oh, strip Yahtzee would be so easy to do.
Let's do strip Monopoly.
Okay.
You landed on my hotel. $400 or your shirt.
That would just make it go longer. I don't like the idea of a longer Monopoly.
Wait, what would be some fun like terrible games to make strip games.
Risk.
Oh yeah.
You've conquered Ukraine. Here are my socks.
The license game and that you play in the car.
There's
Ohio.
There's a definitive answer for this, and that is strip hungry hippo.
How do you even?
Oh, I think I'm getting more.
You know the rules. Whoever gets the least balls has to show the most.
Yes.
Oh. I'm imagining like strip Candyland. I just feel sticky. I don't like that at all.
Sticky.
If you're looking for car stripping games, Padiddle can be played in a stripping style.
I don't know what any words in those sentences meant.
Yeah,
so
what is
please.
Padiddle?
Like,
Steve, do you know what that is?
no.
Okay, no one here knows.
This must be an Ohio game. Everyone is out from Ohio.
Stop. Stop.
It's canon now.
Stop it. No.
Can everyone give me an Ohio in chat for Alex? Just write Ohio.
Some people write OH, and if someone just wrote OH, you have to write IO to finish it.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm from Pennsylvania, I promise.
That's not anything to be proud of either.
But I do want to know what Padiddle is.
All right.
Bring that up?
So there's this game that you can play in the car where anytime that you see a car with a headlight out, you yell Padiddle and everyone smacks the roof. And then the last person that smacks the roof has to take off an article of clothing. And then there are added rules like things like Padunk, which is if you see a tail light out.
If you pass a yellow light, is that one
Yeah.
of the rules?
There might be. I'm failing to remember a lot of them, but yeah, it's a pretty fun game.
I just like that some horrible person was like, you know what would make this 12-hour car ride better?
Let's get naked!
Let's get hot and sweaty and next to each other, and then pull into a McDonald's for the bathroom. That sounds like a great car ride.
Has anyone here ever had bare skin to a seatbelt?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not enjoyable. It's not a good time.
You ever go to a public pool and then have to take a ride back in your grandmother's smoke-filled leather seat? Lexus? That's not fun.
Not that specific scene, no.
I did have to go to the pool, and my parents got a convertible because they always wanted a convertible. The thing is, at that time, convertibles were not meant to have back seats. So it was the seat. There was no like leg part. The front seats were backed up to the other seats, and they were leather seats. So we
just sitting there like.
Essentially, I always had to sit pretzel style because like I couldn't fit, and my parents would just pick me up and basically what you said, but replace the smoke with just like cramming yourself into a ball.
Okay, my unpleasant car story is we took a road trip, like a family road trip. Actually, it was a flight over to California, and it was me and my 3 older siblings, and we were in a minivan, but we had a ton of food packed in the car, so it was like 2, my parents, and then like 3 in the middle, and then me in the way back. Like I was in the way back, the other seats were pushed down to be able to like fill it up with like food and whatever, and it smelled so bad in there. Well, it didn't like smell like rotten food or whatever, it just like smelled like food and a hot car for a long period of time, and it made me so nauseous. And I swear to this day, unlike the Pillsbury Doughboy joke, I can remember that smell, and when I smell it, it's a visceral reaction for me.
We should play one final game.
One final game.
One final road.
One final
Let's
game.
do
Last call.
another Irish drinking song. Come on. Literal high note.
Oh, how lovely.
Okay.
Redemption.
Redemption time. Alright, Max, so you guys know the way this works. We're just going to need a profession from everyone. So go ahead, put profession in the chat, and we're going to try and use one of your professions to go out on a great Irish ditty. I think it should be a good one. We're going to go over here to what looks like the bad cover of Queen album.
I don't know what that is.
I'm glad you got that reference.
Queen is no, I don't know what album he's talking about.
Queen is a band, Max.
Queen is a monarch.
Oh. Touche.
Wait, hold on. What's
the other occupation that
I was
you
just
get away
getting
from
my
I was just getting my arm in position.
You drew a.
No, he did. That was him. That was him.
I was also
just getting my arm in
breathing, if that's what you're saying. I was also breathing.
Guys, what are we singing about?
Camp counselor.
Camp counselors, let's go! Oh,
One day I went to camp.
It was mighty fun.
we played in the games.
And we played in the sun.
The people like to sing.
And the kids too.
We were dancing in fields.
But somebody pooed. The camp council had to clean it up.
So he grabbed a broom.
He then fell in it.
And said, go to your room.
He was really mad at the kid.
So he screamed and shouted,
You're not allowed here.
This isn't what the camp's about. I just want to go home.
But they said to me,
You can't go home. You're stuck with me.
So I'm here writing
this little song.
And then I looked into the mirror.
And it was real long. The summer will not end.
I just want to go home.
But I cannot.
Because I have some foam.
It's really squishy.
So I'll keep on playing.
Into the song.
Until the end of the day.
Great work, everybody. Great work, everybody.
Great work.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
What a show. What a show.
Good show,
Great to
everyone.
have
Good
you
show, doctor. Thank you, everyone, for being here for Show and Tell Live. Big welcome to all of our new followers and anyone who's lurking out there. Appreciate it. Now's a good time to follow if you haven't already. Tell your friends about the show. We're going to be here next week, and we hope to be here as many weeks as we can. Fridays, 9 to 11 Eastern Standard. All that good stuff's in the panels below, so go ahead and give it a check out. Give us a suggestion in the suggestion box if you want. Otherwise, thanks for being here. We hope you had a good time. I think we certainly did.
Yeah.
Thanks to our special guest.
Thanks for coming.
Any parting words for everyone at home?
Yeah, fortune favors the bold.
Oh, right. That's probably copyrighted.
I made that up myself.
And now we're gonna end stream the way we end every stream. Every single stream.
Of course, yes.
Of course. Alex, go ahead and tell us how we end stream all the time.
So, the way we end a stream every single time is we act like our legs are covered in sand, but at the same time, we still have to sit in the car.
Yeah, of course. Thank you,
We
everyone.
have to give such a deep description if we do it every week.
Of course. Get in the car, Max. We're gonna go.
Well, I can just try to Alex, give me a second.
Oh, of course.
All right, I'm gonna sit down.
It's so hot.
So what do you just put down a towel?